One of the reasons we don't achieve the things that we want to achieve, or that we don't do the things that we say we're going to do, or we don't change the things that we want to change, is because we are hiding behind an emotion that we don't want to feel, or we're hiding behind a behavior that is covering up an emotion that we don't want to feel. When we say, I am going to go start exercising so and so day at this time at this place, and we do not do it, it's because there is something that we are feeling that makes us feel uncomfortable about doing it. And when we don't do it, we stay within this little comfort zone of what it is that feels easy, that feels safe, that feels comfortable. And when we want to step outside of that, we get this feeling, we get this emotion, and we don't want to do it. We don't want to feel that discomfort of doing something that is going to change everything about us, that is going to change our life. But we are stuck inside this little cozy, snuggly, it's like being wrapped in a warm blanket all of the time. And at some point we have to take that blanket off and go and venture out into that coldness, into that discomfort. So think about what it is that you want to be doing, and find that feeling, find that thought that you're having about the reasons why you are not doing that now. Think about everything that you've wanted to achieve last year, and then think about what thought were you having that was stopping you from doing that. Was it fear? Was it anxiety, discomfort? Was it this, what was scary about it? Like in your head, what was scary about it that was stopping you from doing it? When you find that, you know how to solve that problem. Let's think about emotional eating. When we emotional eat, why? We're not eating just because we want to. We're not eating because we're hungry. We're not eating because there's this deep, seated desire that we're not just greedy people. There is a reason why we are eating food, to soothe an emotion. When you can figure out what emotion that is, then you can start to solve it. And I'm not even going to say that it's easy. It is not, because you have to feel that emotion in the first place. When we emotionally eat, we are eating to soothe something that is going on inside our emotional world. You can't solve emotional eating by becoming more strict with your food, because when you take away that source of comfort, you are just left with this big emotion that you don't want to feel. Scary, right? So when we go on these diets, because we have to solve our emotional eating or our overeating problem, we have to look at why we want to be eating in the first place. When you find that emotion that you are trying to soothe, when you find that reason for the emotional eating, you first have to deal with that reason behind it, which is why all of this can feel so hard sometimes, because we need to get to the root source of that problem first, and then we can fix the overeating problem. The overeating problem will probably just fix itself, because you're dealing with the reasons why you are eating in the first place. And this goes for any area of life. If you're not being successful at work, why aren't you being successful at work? And I've had to really look hard at this myself. Why aren't I doing these things that I say that I want to achieve? Why? What is holding me back? Why do I keep hitting this brick wall? If you want to go to the gym, why aren't you going to the gym? What is scary about that situation that is stopping you? What little nerve is it touching on for you? When you can get to that root feeling, that root thought that you're having, then everything else feels so much better, because you can work on the real reason, not all of this kind of fluff that is going around that is causing us to stop solving our own problems.